All right, so today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list for Marvel Rivals. So, yeah, after I just did my tier list for Overwatch, I'm now doing my Rivals tier list. Also, side note, if you do like Rivals content, I have a YouTube channel for it now, so sub to it. I'll be real with you, it's very early into Marvel Rivals. I think these tier lists can shift every week based off of players getting better. So just take this with a grain of salt and just have fun with it, all right? In general, tier lists are not telling you not to play a hero. If your hero that you love and play is in a lower part of the tier list, they're not trying to insult you or say that, like, this is, oh, you suck. It's just, it's tier lists. You play whatever you want, have fun. The most important part, especially with this, is just enjoy the game. Starting off, we got Groot, and I'm going to put Groot in a solid A tier. I think that Groot is good. I think Groot is also, can be a very annoying hero to play against in, like, a fun way. You get some good walls, you get some good stuff, Groot just pops off. All right, Captain America. I think Captain America's actually up there too. Played well with Thor. I don't think Captain America is necessarily bad. I think Captain America is about learning to create space. We actually did our first ever spectating on a Captain America, and a lot of what I'm realizing is players aren't realizing you can, like, sprint and, like, hold your shield up. Captain America's in a good spot. Also, Captain America's ultimate is, like, Briggs ult. That's a good ult. All right, next up we have Venom. Hear me out on Venom. Venom needs follow-up. People don't follow up. I think Venom can be a pub stomper, but I don't think Venom is going to be S tier. I think Venom's going to land in this area. Venom is good. Also, for anybody new to Venom, a little bit of a suggestion here is I want you to go change your setting. It's much more fluid. There's a setting. Well, I mean, I guess if you're working with the current, it's fine, but there's a setting for Venom that makes it feel more like Wrecking Ball if you have experience on Wrecking Ball. Penny Parker. Ooh, Penny. Oh, man. Underrated, but like struggles on attack, good on defense. B tier? I think B tier because attack is really tough to set up, but on defense you can, like, control the whole map. I really think Penny Parker's underrated now, but I do know that the setup time is too difficult sometimes. Whenever you're trying to set up as Penny, okay, you said okay, you know what? Here, there you go. I'll put Captain America there. I've seen enough people that have shifted my mindset on Captain America. I gotcha. But, like, Penny Parker's good on, like, a defense choke. But if you need to set up and, like, on attack, it becomes a lot more difficult. Like, I've noticed that, too, is, like, I can really, like, shift that. Plus, you can heal yourself. The more webs you have, the more beneficial it is, if I'm correct, right, for Penny Parker? Basically, the more that your webs spread, the more, like, Penny Parker gets better. Doctor Strange, S tier. Although I don't like... My problem with Doctor Strange is very, like... So they did something with the shots on Doctor Strange, so... I don't know if you've ever noticed this with Strange, and maybe I'm just, like, I'm getting bad with, like, my rotations. I feel like sometimes when I play Strange, I'm playing Reload Simulator, but, like, not in, like, a bad way. It's just, like, it feels like half of my my gameplay loop is just reloading. It's not that, like, Strange is bad. Strange is good solid, you know, you have good utility, you have a cool surprise play that can also dip people's FPS to 10. So, like, if it ain't working, at least, you know, you can see if you can win the FPS war. But, like, it's something about his shots that are a little bit scuffed, and, like, because of, like, the way that, like, they have it set now, but Strange is S tier, either way. Thor, I actually think Thor is either B or A tier. And I want to say that Thor probably lands in the low end of A tier. But then, like, also, like, if you have a Thor and a Captain America, you can make plays happen. But I'm okay with having Thor in, like, the lower end of A tier and having, like, Captain America right here with Penny Parker. Like, they both kind of help each other. All right, now we have Magneto. Is Magneto S tier or, like, high A? I don't know. Magneto's just good. Magneto is high A tier without Scarlet Witch. With Scarlet Witch, Magneto is S tier. That's where I see Magneto. I think I'm going to go high-end Magneto. Hulk, I've been playing a lot of Hulk with flats, so naturally I put D tier after what I've seen. But Hulk is probably, like, C tier, like B tier. Probably, like, B tier. Hard to learn. Hard to get synergy with. I'm going to go with B. I'm fine with... I'm going low B. I'm going low B. I think there's more room for people to get better at Hulk. His team-ups are not good? His team-ups aren't good? What do you mean? Haven't you watched Hulk throw Wolverine in and then your Wolverine falls over in half of a second? That's one of the best team-ups in the game. Hulk has a power here, okay? All right, and that power is the ability to get your teammate to switch off of Wolverine. Name another tank who can do that. All right, so that's what I have for tanks. I didn't miss a tank, right? I tried to put everything in order of, like, what they play. I think we're good. Yeah, so there's your tanks. I mean, all tanks are playable. They all have their moments. Like I said, you could argue Hulk and C tier. You could argue maybe Penny Parker towards the end of B-. I just think Penny's underrated. So I think this is fine. I think this is fine for tanks. Iron Man. Iron Man's weird. Like C tier? Is Iron Man that good, or am I just losing it? I feel like Iron Man's just kind of like there. Like C or B? Like C tier? Like I feel like Iron Man's just kind of like okay. Like once I recognize that Iron Man's doing something, I just go kill Iron Man. I'm gonna go with C tier for Iron Man. I'm gonna get a little bit, you know, being the rebel streamer that I am. I think I'm gonna be a little bit. I'm gonna put him in the C tier. Magic. Ooh. The question is, do you believe in magic? And I do. I think magic is really good, but I think there's a magic's interesting. I'm okay with A tier. I think magic's good. I got a little bit of practice on magic yesterday. I think once again you're gonna struggle against some heroes, but I think magic is pretty good. The Moon Knight. Can I have a hot take for you? I think Moon Knight's like good, but like the Ankh is the problem to where you can't get your Ankh set up once people realize it. So part of me's like, put Moon Knight in A tier, but then like as players shoot the Ankh, I think Moon Knight ends up in B tier. You know what? Hear me out. I'm gonna explain why I have Moon Knight in B tier, okay? Because I've had a little bit of experience now, because like my two go-to heroes have been Moon Knight and Psylocke. What do you think the #1 problem has been for me on Moon Knight? I get dove a lot. Like, you're so susceptible that, like a lot of the teams are running more of, like, they're not stacked. So, like, let's say you play against a team that plays really stacked. I love the idea of Moon Knight there. But a lot of people are playing, like, flank styles. And, like, it feels like Moon Knight really struggles against those backline flankers. I think a default strategy now as Moon Knight is you have to set up your Ankhs more now. Like, you have to start setting up your Ankhs more now. I feel like Moon Knight might need to just automatically always have an Ankh on his backline for himself in like a hidden spot. So I think we're going to put him there. On to Namor. I'll be honest with you, I don't play Namor too much. Let me know where to put him. All right, chat. C and B tier. Okay, I see C tier. Perfect. C tier for Namor. B. Okay, chat moved him up to B tier. Okay, up to B tier. Black Panther. I think Black Panther's pretty good. A tier. Good flanker. Decent. Psylocke. S tier. I don't think there's any question here. This is how I climbed to top 500 in Rivals. I'm like I said, I'm like 28-4 on S tier. Great hero. Such a fun, like, just a gameplay loop that, like, I can't explain. Psylocke's right up there. Good ultimate. Like, just all of that. Psylocke is just right up there. Would this be a good time to self-promote my YouTube channel? Because, like, if you watch Psylocke and how to play Psylocke, this is like a poke assassin character. Like, she is good. So anyway, Scarlet Witch. Ooh, the C tier. Y'all down for that? I feel like Scarlet Witch is just like she's not bad, but like she's just like the more people that get used to PR or whatever the voice line is, the less valuable like she'll bring to like the current version of Rivals. Like, she's good in like pubs, like you said, but like it's really hard to find full value. All right, next up we got Hela. Most people can agree Hela's D tier. This hero is struggling. A lot of people are looking for buffs with Hela. It just feels like Hela needs something more. It's something I'll never say. This hero's ridiculous and dominates lobbies. Legit server admin. Spider-Man! I don't know. Where is Spider-Man nowadays? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I go up against Spider-Man and I kind of like don't mind the 1v1 on most heroes now. But like, I think Spider-Man from like I'm thinking like high B. Maybe I'm just like biased because I play Psylocke against Spider-Man and like the matchup isn't like too bad for me. But I feel like probably like high B is where I'll put Spider-Man. I can see where Spider-Man's good, but like I can just like always set up for the play. Squirrel Girl, I'll be honest with you, I don't have enough time on Squirrel Girl, but she kind of like seems like B tier. Like, you have some good spam. Might not A tier, B tier. Seems like there's a lot of discourse in the chat. A tier. Some says B, sometimes A. It's kind of a 50-50 one. Also, I didn't know this many people have been playing Marvel Rivals. Real talk. I just say that because, like, obviously I play both Overwatch and Rivals. I'm getting so much feedback on this one. More than Overwatch. What the heck's going on here? People are passionate about this tier list. I'm loving it. Probably there. Yeah, Overwatch is a little bit more solid at this point. I'll put, you know what? Chat. I'm gonna put Squirrel Girl in high B for you, okay? I think this is a good trade-off. I saw a lot of A and B, so I'll kind of go with the averages and go there. Star-Lord. Probably A tier, right? Good, not bad, not great, decent. B or A or B. Star-Lord has that Tracer playstyle. Probably A tier. Like, good. Doesn't really fit into the playstyle I play. Probably dies to most of the flankers if incorrectly played, but also, like, Kind of has that vibe of if you can play Star-Lord well, you'll be good. If you play Star-Lord not well, then you won't play well. Wow, great. That's why people watch me with the analogy with that. So Iron Fist, probably A tier, high A tier. Iron Fist is my backup hero right now. But like, once again, we'll struggle against like the Hellas and stuff. Like, you can't really get to the Hellas as well, so like high A tier. Let me put it here because I'm just doing order. Probably like a little bit above Magic. Iron Fist is really good. I've noticed that like I want to explain something and let me get through the tier list and I think it will make sense. And chat, this is why I have Iron Fist here and this is what I've seen so far. You ready? I'm gonna move a hero up. I'm not gonna put him on the tier list yet. What hero do I have in my hands right now? Okay, is it making sense now? Does it make sense now as to why when you have a character like Hela up there, and then you have a character like Mantis who both have this self-peel ability? You see what I'm saying? That's why I put Iron Fist there, is because I don't think Iron Fist is bad. I think that a hero like Mantis can shut down. Like, I basically played against a Mantis a few times, and they just sit there in the back line, and they just literally throw their sleep at the floor, and you fall over. But Iron Fist is so fun. I'm going to put Storm in D tier for now. I want to point out, I got to do an Ultimates tier list. Maybe tomorrow we do a Marvel Rivals Ultimates tier list. I just remembered. Storm is just very, like, doesn't Storm almost feel like very floaty? Does that make sense to you? Like, very floaty, it almost feels like, where, like, you kind of get stuck in the air. That's what happens when I play Storm, is it just feels like Storm is like, I'm like, I want to go fast, and Storm's like, no! Even though we can do that, we're not going to do that, and we're going to go slow. And then you just float, and then you fall over. Her ultimate's good, though. I think her ultimate's pretty damn good. You said she's better than Iron Man? Dude, I'll be real with you. I see more people pop off with Iron Man than Storm, so I'll just be biased and have it as is. I kind of want to see Storm involved in games more, because Storm has that, like, unique, if you never played Overwatch, like, Lucio has that, like, between speed boost and heal boost. Storm has... what are Storm's two ones? Excuse my ignorance. Is it speed boost and damage boost? It's damage boost and speed. So, like, you have a really cool concept there. So I would like to see how that gets involved and, like, where Storm would end up if Storm was a little bit better. And that could be as simple as, like, a movement speed thing. Yeah, slows enemies too. Yeah, so there's that. Storm doesn't need a ton of changes, I think. I think Storm just... Here's what I'll admit so far, and this is my initial take of seeing how Rivals reacts to heroes not being as strong. They get heroes in a playable aspect, so I wouldn't doubt it if Storm will be one of the first they do that. Because in the beta, some of the heroes that weren't as good got better. Not necessarily S tier, but they got better. So, like, I wouldn't doubt it if Storm's on that list. Anyway, okay. Punisher. I feel like Punisher's a solid A tier. Hey, this is like the general, just like point-and-click hero. Good ultimate, good shotgun, good damage. I'll probably put him ahead of Star-Lord, but I can't put him ahead of flankers. I'll be honest with you. Whenever I go up against a Punisher, and I'm on any of, like, if I'm on either Black Panther, Magic, Iron Fist, or Psylocke, Punisher goes back to spawn real quick. But everything else is fine, in my opinion. This is an interesting one. Black Widow. C tier? C tier? B tier? Like, it's like, it's either B or C. Definitely not A tier. By the way, I want to give credit here. And at the same time, I also want to point out hell is a problem. It is definitely nice to see a sniper hero be able to be in like a B or C tier and still be a playable hero, but not a server admin. I know Hela is in that spot right now, but it's cool to see that though. Like Hela is the Widow, technically the Widowmaker of Marvel Rivals right now. But obviously, Black Widow is supposed to be more of that Widowmaker style. So it's definitely a C. But yeah, I'll put, you know what? I'll meet everybody kind of in the, yeah, I'll go C tier. I'm going to go above Iron Man though. And Scarlet Witch. I think C. Again. I think A tier is good for Bucky. S tier is S tier Bucky? Bucky might be S tier. I was just going to say, I feel like it's either S tier or A for Bucky. For Winter Soldier. This is a tough one because I think that players are getting better at the character and I'm noticing it. But he definitely will run into the same problem. Wait, out of curiosity, so I don't get this confused, is Bucky the one that can use the uppercut to get the shields? Like I said, the game's only going for a week, but is it Bucky that has that, where you have the punch and it gives you a shield? I've seen a lot of flankers get rolled by that before. So I'm actually comfortable with putting Winter Soldier in S tier. Because having that ability to peel for yourself while also having supports that can peel for you. You said the grip makes them S. Yeah, the hook is people are getting better at it. I suck at it. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this. I'm comfortable with this. I'm actually, I could definitely see putting like Bucky in like an A+ tier, but I'm actually comfortable with a high S tier for Winter Soldier. I think this is like, if you can't play Hela or like Psylocke or like Hawkeye, like I think Bucky's a good like middle ground for players. Okay, Wolverine. I'm okay. I'm comfortable with like a C tier in between here. I'm comfortable. I think Wolverine is okay, not great, not quite the worst hero in the game. Little bit of an advice on Wolverine. It's about being a tank buster because it's percentage based. And then I mentioned it earlier, but I don't know if it'll be in the video. But basically, a dev basically told me the best way to play Wolverine is to use your right click as an engage tool and use your shift, the one that like you can like basically take them away from the team fight, as your disengagement tool. I used to do it the other way. So basically you right click in, and then once you're really close to them, you hit I think it's shift. I forgot what the bind is. And then you pull him back to your team and then shred him. Yeah, so I think you put him around here. You say he's definitely better than Iron Man. There you go. That makes you feel any better. I think they're both good. But yeah. So I think Wolverine is good. I mean, is okay, not great. It could just be a skill issue across the board, and we're all just like learning Wolverine and suck at Wolverine. But yeah. All right. Hawkeye. Ooh. Now, what's the general thought on Hawkeye? Hawk is either an S tier hero. I think just because of the one shots, right? Like there's just no denying it. Like one shots are reign supreme. It just straight up. I mean, there's no denying it. Hawkeye's just good. You probably put him above. I don't know. You can this is like you can play any of these characters and you'll be fine. Okay, so there's the DPS. Seems pretty fair. I mean, it's early. This could change in a week. This could change in 2 weeks. This could never change. But I'm pretty happy with this so far. Adam Warlock. I don't really know. Probably like a good B tier. A tier? B tier? Probably B tier. Solid B tier. A tier, B tier. Not S tier, not S tier. Good self-heal, good res. Yeah, A tier's fine with me. Good self-heal, good res. High A tier is good for me. Controversial one here. Jeff the Land Shark. Everybody's favorite little shark that has always taken you and your teammates off the map. Now, would I put Jeff in D tier? Nope. Did I put Jeff in C tier? Nope. Do I put Jeff in S tier? Nope. The question is Jeff A or B? A? I'll put Jeff in A. Now, I can already see the arguments. You ready? I'm going to give you an argument. I don't even know the tier list yet, but here's the argument. You ready? Jeff doesn't have any utility. You can't put Jeff high up on a tier list. There's no utility. I don't care. Because it's Jeff the damn Land Shark, okay? Jeff can be in any tier he wants, all right? It's Jeff the Land Shark, okay? We don't disrespect Jeff the Land Shark here, all right? That's how it goes, all right? That is also my name. My name is also Jeff. So I have to have inherent bias. Bias? Is that a new word? Bias here. Okay? I won't put Jeff in S tier. But, you know, could I put Jeff at the end of A tier? High B tier? Here, I'll put Jeff in B tier. I think B tier is safe. Oh, man. Create a new tier, just Jeff the Land Shark? Do I do it? Do I just create a tier? You know what? Heck it, let's do it. Add a row below? How's that? Are we good? Is everybody happy? You want it above S tier? I can't do that, dude. I can't do it. You can argue that having your own tier is better than S tier anyway, okay? Jeff the Land Shark. This is not any tier. It's just Jeff the Land Shark. Okay, here you go. Watch this. Everybody happy? Oh, man. Okay, let's go back down now. Okay. Luna Snow. I personally think Luna Snow's S tier. I think just like in the overall player base, Luna Snow's ultimate's amazing. Luna Snow's... The only problem with Luna Snow is it feels like her ultimate doesn't last long enough. I played a game the other day where Luna Snow ulted, and like I was able to follow up on that after. It was weird. It was like, I didn't know what the... I like Luna Snow in S tier. I think, like, listen, say we get down to, like, the pro play aspect of the game eventually, where it's, like, super competitive and everybody's 5-stacking to climb or 6-stacking, and they, you know, doing all this. You know, Luna Snow might fall a little bit off of that just because of, like, other, like, utility and stuff. But, like, from an overall player base, her ultimate is just too damn good right now for me to not do that. You said A tier, she's just a heal bot. Can I be honest with you? In the few games I did when I climbed to top 500 and I went support, I went Luna Snow and I would have like 10,000 damage and like 30,000 heals. That's a pretty good like heal into damage ratio. I think you can do a lot of damage as Luna Snow. I think people massively underrate it. And also remember, and once again, correct me if I'm wrong on this one. Luna Snow has the Zen Orb, right? So Luna Snow also is able to keep flankers up. I call it a Zen Orb. It's not really a Zen Orb. It's more like you put it on somebody, and then when you heal your other teammates, they get healed. And like that to me is really good. Like I just feel like that enables. I know it's on Zen Orb. I'm just like trying to like relate it to something. It's like, yeah, it's like something that it doesn't go away unless you change it. So I just feel like that's a really good. I just feel like in the early part of this game where people are still figuring things out, I think Luna Snow enables a lot of flankers and a lot of teammates. And like, this could be a hot take, but I feel like Luna Snow right now is also kind of like what Reinhardt does for Overwatch, where like it allows you to play a certain style. Like Reinhardt, people want to play behind a Rein. And with Luna Snow, you kind of know what you're getting, and you can always rely on that ultimate to like save you during a lot of things, unless you get Scarlet Witched. So, I can see the arguments on the S tier and the A tier for Luna Snow. I'm just going to go with the overall player base. I just feel like Luna Snow is a good hero that allows you to kind of get eased into the game and kind of know what you're getting. Okay, I'll need help with this one, chat. Loki is frustrating to play against as a flanker because of all the Loki clones. I think the ultimate is good for Loki because you can get Hela, but I think Loki isn't bad either, so I'm going to go with like a B tier, I think. I think this is one of the few supports I have in the B tier. But like not like a low B tier, like a high B tier. I think Loki is a good character. He's also, what I'm telling you right now, any flanker will tell you this. Go, like, and actually, okay, raise your hand if you've played Psylocke and you've had your ultimate ruined by Loki just having a bunch of clones around him because you were too impatient to wait. I did that. That's me. That's me. That's me. I did that on Psylocke. I'm like, I don't want to wait on these damn clone things to go away. I'm popping my ultimate. Not a good idea. We're going to get into the no argument S tier support Mantis. You got your damage boost. You got good heals. You got good CC. You got everything you want out of a support. Mantis is by far the S tier right now. Everything with Mantis is just good. Like, I don't know how to put it. So you'll say as a Black Panther main, you love Loki on the enemy team? Fair enough, because Black Panther would benefit from that. What is the Torb hero here? I don't know. Namor. So if you ever play Rivals, this character right here is kind of your Torb. Cloak and Dagger. First of all, I want to give props to the Rivals team for this one on Cloak and Dagger. What a cool hero. Like, to be able to make a character like Cloak and Dagger work, especially when you have to work with two characters, amazing job. Such a cool hero. I'm going to put Cloak and Dagger at the highest of A tier for now. I do think that... You think S tier? You think S? Maybe. Because the ultimate, right? The ultimate's really good, and then you have good utility. Ooh, this is tough. This is... I'm going to go with... Ooh, but then Luna Snow's there. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm going to go with high A tier. I'm comfortable with this. I know I'll get a little bit of pushback on Luna Snow, but I'm looking at the overall player base, and that character... Yeah, I'm okay with this. Except Cloak and Dagger ahead of Warlock. Yeah, but Yeah, you're right. Luna Snow is also... This is tough. I have 4 DPS. I can put 3 supports. Do I just send it? Screw it. I'm sending it. Let's go. I don't even care. There you go. All right, and then last we got Rocket. I'd say Rocket's a solid A. Good, not bad. Better than Loki. Has good utility. You can randomly accidentally heal people. You can solo heal. Easy to pick up on. Yep, you're right. Has a res that you can occasionally do. You said B for Rocket? Ahead of Loki, maybe? You think, like, would you put Rocket ahead of Loki, though, right? Or you put Loki ahead of Rocket? This is where I'm a little bit inexperienced on these two, so I can definitely take feedback on this. Ooh, this is tough. You know what? We'll go here. You can leave it up. I don't want to sit here all day long arguing that, so here's my It's Way Too Early Marvel Rivals tier list. Fun game. Fun characters. They're all fun. I want to reiterate this point to anybody. If you're watching a tier list, do not let tier lists dictate who you're going to play. Have fun. We do tier lists because they're fun to do. It's fun to talk about the games we enjoy. Play whatever you want. If somebody references the tier list to you, you can play whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Just have a good time. Okay? I want to reiterate that. All right? Like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube. Leave a comment. All that helps with Cody's live and stream. All that stuff. Appreciate y'all. I don't even know what the Flats Jeff debacle is, but knowing Flats, he likes to hot take things a lot, so he probably put Jeff in a hot take tier to get people pissed at him.